Israel's ground offensive on the edges of al-Shati refugee camp forced residents to flee their homes carrying what little of their belongings they could in their hands. Palestinian media reported clashes between militants and Israeli forces near al-Shati beach refugee camp in Gaza City. Hamas' armed wing, the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam Brigades, said its fighters had destroyed an Israeli tank in Gaza City. Thousands of Palestinian civilians trudged in a forlorn procession out of the north of Gaza, seeking refuge from Israeli airstrikes and fierce ground fighting between Israeli troops and Hamas militants. Carrying their bags, dozens of Palestinians were seen walking the streets of Gaza City, heading south to seek refuge from Israeli airstrikes and fierce ground fighting between Israeli troops and Hamas militants. Thousands more were reported to have left in the 4-hour window of opportunity, announced by Israel, which has told residents to evacuate the area or risk being trapped in the violence. Israeli forces fired smoke rounds near the country's northern border with Lebanon and armored vehicle maneuvering along a road near the boundary between the two countries. The area has been on heightened alert, and on Monday the Israeli military said it was striking targets belonging to the Shiite militant group Hezbollah in Lebanon in response to a large barrage of rockets fired at northern Israeli cities. Many of the houses have been burned down by the Hamas terrorists, leaving a very difficult situation to be able to identify human remains, and that's where the Israel Antiquities Authority came in. The Israel Antiquities Authority, which specializes in archaeological excavations in the exposure of destruction and the discovery of the most minute remains which can help us identify human activity in the past, could be applied in a unique manner in this very, very traumatic case.
Identify human remains, and that's where the Israel Antiquities Authority came in. The Israel Antiquities Authority, which specializes in archaeological excavations, in the exposure of destruction and the discovery of the most minute remains which can help us identify human activity in the past, could be applied in a unique manner in this very, very traumatic case.